Hello, everybody. It's Fubar with Diamond Fist Podcasts. Today, I'm going to bring you a little bit of a different subject. I'm going to answer the call for utility. A lot of people in the community, especially UFC Strike, have been asking for utility to their moments. And I believe that this Masters of MMA application has done that, has given us a way to use our collection and something that is compatible with the moments that we own. So let's get into it. The first thing I'm gonna talk about is their tournaments and events, because that's kind of like their bread and butter around kind of a pick'ems. So we have our normal pick'ems, especially that we get in the Strike Discord for each of the events. You can see this next one here is Saturday, July 9th for UFC Fight Night Dos Anjos versus Fiziev. So I was just gonna go into that one. You can see here that I've already done my picks. I have 12 out of 12. So I'm just going to go in there and review it and go through it with you guys. So I've been trying this for a couple of weeks now, and I've had a lot of fun with it. And I thought I would just do a quick video on it. And you guys feel free to check into it to yourself. The website is mo-mma.com. It stands for Masters of MMA or MoMMA Game. So what happens here is when we got our standard pick'ems, and you can see the one that I have highlighted is my choice. And then they have a little bit of information there right at a quick glance about, what's their last couple 5 games there. They also show their record in the UFC. And then also you can click this head to head and get a little bit more of an understanding about what there is, kind of the tail of the tape that we get from the UFC. So it gives you a little bit more of an in-depth record. Once you're in there, it gives you their ranking and all of their kind of stats. The interesting part here for me is this spider web graph that overlays the 2 fighters. So here, if you just wanted to see Raphael's stuff, you can just click this other one off, and then you'll see just Dos Anjos' information. And also by highlighting over it, the other one goes a little bit more opaque. So kind of a cool thing to see their matchups and see how they are stylistically against each other before you make your pick'ems. But let's go to the part where we're all interested, is the power-ups part. So you get your regular points for your pick'ems, but the compatibility with the UFC Strike moments is that it loads it up here and allows you to choose 4 out of your collection to kind of use as power-ups. So I'm just going to remove all 4 of these ones, and we'll go through and repick them, and I'll show you what I've done. Here we have all of my moments in my collection. So, and then we can go through and pick up to 4 moments as power-ups, and that we can use to gain bonus points for my pick. So if I go ahead and I pick one of his own moment, you'll see that instantly we gain 5 bonus points for having the moment of the fighter. So if he wins, I will gain an additional 5 bonus points because I've used the moment of Fizz himself. The tier 2 part is a challenger moment. So contenders are 1 point, challengers are 2, the fandom it's 3, and the champions are 4. And then also you'll see that there's another point for having a matching country. So if it wasn't actually Fizz's moment, but another fighter that had a matching country, it adds a point for the same country. So you see here down here, I have a minimum bonus points of 8 if he wins, but a max of 10. And that's to the method of victory here. So if he wins by knockout, I would gain an additional 2 points for that knockout moment. And then it would give me a possible 10. If he didn't win by knockout, I would get the 8 that is minimum here, but not that one for 10. We can see how easily this can change the dynamic of a pick'em, because I instantly, by having 4 moments of Fizz, I can gain a minimum of 32 bonus points. So again, if he wins by knockout, then I gain 40 points for this pick'em. So as we scroll down here, you see I have a fight that's been canceled. The Jamie Pickett fight has been canceled. So if I unlock the power up there, I could go back and reassociate those. And you'll see here, if I go power up someone, Cynthia, you see I have a couple of fandom moments and a couple of challenger moments for her. I'm thinking that she's either going to win by KO or submission. So I'm kind of hedging my bet on two different ways of saying either way, which will give me a bonus points of 4. So I could easily go in there and remove those and put all as KOs, and then we can click up here and filter. So then therefore I'm filtering all by her country. We can also filter by the KO if we all wanted just the highest KOs, or even we can go by the tier here, and we can only get our champion moments. So therefore you see that I've used all of those somewhere else in my pick'ems. So yeah, so that's pretty much where the Strike utility came from, and I have been using this for a few weeks now, and I'm really excited about it. And so when you go in here to your league, you'll see that there's a Strike league, and if we click into that Strike league, you'll see that everybody who's kind of gotten Strike moments or hooked their Dapper up to their account, you'll see that them be competing inside of this league. Now, this league will win you some silver combat point, which would then be used in a different part of this game or this application. But here you can see that Never Felted won last week, but he only had 56 of his pick'ems correct, whereas this guy here had 63 of his pick'ems correct, but only was able to achieve 121 points on his bonus power-ups for using his Strike moments. So therefore he came to a total of 184, whereas Never Felted was able to achieve 168 of points on his power-ups, launching him right into first place. So and then I'll go directly into kind of recruiting the fighters. So like I said, you could win some of the silver coins there, and then we can go ahead and build our own little team here of real combat fighters and recruit them and pay some silver coins based on the market share and the scarcity of these fighters. So if we go into my team here, you'll see that I've gone down here and I've bought Fizz, and I've also made him my captain. So there's a couple of bonuses to having a fighter that's fighting as a captain. And that can all be read here if you go directly into the pick'ems here and hit view rules. A couple of little readmes if you guys wanted to look up on it. If your captain of your team wins performance of the night, you receive an additional 20 points. If you're a winning fighter, the captain of your team, you'll get double points from his or her fight. That does not apply to the Strike power-ups. So that would mean that if I have Fizz, he's my captain. If he wins, I get the pick'ems doubled, but I wouldn't get the additional bonus points inside of his power-ups to be doubled. Or if we go to my team, and when we're in my teams, you can go to this view Strike power-ups. When you go in there, that's how you'd hook up your Dapper wallet, and then you get all of your listings here. You can go to also click over here to the secondary tab and unlock additional power-ups. So again, it gives you a little bit of flexibility on searching maybe for country or directly in the tiers if you only wanted to check out the challenger moments and isolate them to go down and buy through here. And this just takes you directly to the UFC Strike marketplace of that item, and you can see that the cheapest one here of Cannoneer is $27. I could quickly just pick that one up. And yeah, so that's pretty much everything I'll get to for today. I appreciate everybody listening. I'll obviously make more videos in the specifics of this as it's being rolled out. You can see that there's a career mode. It's coming with some 3D fighters and more of a play to earn type style game where you can kind of level up and use strategy on how to train your fighters. But that's everything I got for you guys today. I appreciate you spending the time with me. Get in here to MoMMA Game or Masters of MMA, where you guys can do your pick'ems and use your power-ups, or you guys can compete with some other people inside the Strike League and for some bragging rights and some silver coins. So that's it from me for now. Appreciate your time. Fubar out.